Why wouldn't you survive 24 hours in the Stone Age? Welcome, brave time travelers, to a thought experiment that will make you appreciate your Wi-Fi, your fridge, and even that slightly uncomfortable office chair. Today, we're not just talking about history, we're talking about survival. We're going to plunge headfirst into the Stone Age, a world so fundamentally different from our own that it might as well be an alien planet. And I'm here to tell you with absolute certainty why most of us, yes, even you, the self-proclaimed survival expert, wouldn't last 24 hours. Imagine waking up, not to the gentle hum of your alarm, but to the biting chill of dawn seeping through a makeshift hide shelter. No warm bed, no soft pillows. Just the hard, unforgiving earth. This is your reality now. Your modern clothing, if you even have it, would be utterly useless. Your sleek sneakers offer no protection against thorns, sharp rocks, or the bite of a venomous snake. Your thin t-shirt is a joke against the relentless cold of the night or the scorching heat of the day. Stone Age people wore animal hides, furs, and woven plant fibers. Materials specifically designed to protect them from the elements. They knew how to process these materials, how to cut and sew them with bone needles and sinew thread. You, on the other hand, are effectively naked in a hostile environment, and within hours, hypothermia or heat stroke would begin their relentless assault. But let's assume for a moment you've magically acquired some appropriate attire. Great, now you're hungry and thirsty. This isn't a quick trip to the grocery store, folks. There are no vending machines in the Paleolithic. Your stomach, accustomed to 3 square meals and an endless supply of snacks, would be rumbling with a ferocity you've never experienced. You see a cluster of berries. Are they edible? Many beautiful plants are deadly poisonous. Stone Age people possessed an intimate knowledge of their local flora, passed down through generations. They knew which roots were nourishing, which berries were sweet, and which mushrooms would cause a slow, agonizing death. You, with your Google-fed knowledge of cultivated strawberries, would be playing a lethal game of Russian roulette with every bite. One wrong choice and your 24 hours are cut dramatically short by violent vomiting, paralysis, or worse. Water, something we take for granted, would be your next critical hurdle. You spot a pristine-looking stream. Looks clean, right? Let's say by some miracle you found safe water and avoided poisoning yourself. Now you need real food, something substantial to fuel your increasingly exhausted body. This means hunting or gathering, skills you almost certainly lack. You see a deer. What do? Charge it? Yell at it? Even if you had a spear, do you know how to throw it with enough force and accuracy to take down a large animal? Stone Age hunters spent their entire lives perfecting their tracking, stalking, and killing tech. They understood animal behavior, knew the best places for ambushes, and could read subtle signs of the environment that told them where their prey was. You, with your fumbling attempts, would likely spook every animal within a mile, or worse, become prey yourself. And that brings us to the very real and immediate threat of predators. We live in a world where apex predators are largely confined to zoos or remote wilderness areas. In the Stone Age, you were on their menu. Wolves, bears, saber-toothed cats, depending on the specific Stone Age period and location. These were not abstract concepts, but very real, very hungry neighbors. Stone Age people lived with a constant awareness of their surroundings. They knew how to build fires to ward off nocturnal predators, how to identify dangerous tracks, and how to use the terrain to their advantage. You, wandering aimlessly, making noise, and radiating the scent of fresh, vulnerable meat would be an easy target. One swift, silent attack from a predator you never even saw coming, and your 24 hours are definitely over. Beyond the immediate threats of hunger, thirst, and predators, there's the constant grinding pressure of the environment itself. The sun beats down with relentless intensity, leaving you prone to sunburn and heat stroke. The nights are bone-chillingly cold, inviting hypothermia. There's no relief, no comfortable shelter to retreat to. Stone Age people were intimately connected to the cycles of nature. They understood how to build rudimentary shelters from branches, leaves, and hides that offered some protection. They knew how to find natural caves or rock overhangs. You, on the other hand, would be at the mercy of the elements, exposed and vulnerable, your body rapidly deteriorating under constant strain. Then there's the almost unimaginable pain of injuries and illness without modern medicine. A simple cut, easily dismissed today, could become a life-threatening infection. A broken bone, an inconvenience in our world, would be a catastrophic disability in the Stone Age, rendering you helpless and vulnerable. Appendicitis, a common ailment, would be a death sentence. Stone Age people, despite their limited understanding of germ theory, developed rudimentary medical practices. They used natural poultices, splints, and even basic surgical techniques, but their success rate was low and their understanding of infection was non-existent. For you, a simple sprain could mean an inability to gather food or escape a predator, sealing your fate. Consider the sheer mental and emotional toll. The constant vigilance, the gnawing hunger, the pervasive fear, it would be an assault on your very psyche. We are accustomed to a world of relative safety and predictability. Our brains are not wired for the constant high-stakes decisions required for survival in the wild. The stress hormones would be constantly flooding your system, leading to exhaustion, impaired judgment, and ultimately a breakdown. The sheer loneliness, the absence of any familiar face, any comforting voice, would be profoundly disorienting. Stone Age people lived in small, tightly knit groups, relying on each other for survival, knowledge, and emotional support. You, a lone outsider, would quickly succumb to the overwhelming isolation and despair. And let's not forget the crucial element of technology, or rather, the complete absence of it. We are so utterly reliant on tools and machines that we barely notice them. Stone Age, every single thing you needed, from a cutting tool to a container for water, had to be crafted by hand from raw materials. Do you know how to knap flint to create a sharp edge? Do you know how to start a fire without a match or lighter? Stone Age people mastered these complex skills through years of practice and apprenticeship. They understood the properties of different stones, woods, and fibers. You, with your soft hands and complete lack of practical knowledge, would be utterly helpless. Imagine trying to butcher an animal without a sharp knife, or trying to cook food without a fire. These seemingly simple tasks would become insurmountable obstacles. The ability to communicate would also be a significant barrier. While we don't know the exact languages spoken in different Stone Age periods, it's safe to say they wouldn't be English. You, utterly clueless, would be constantly stumbling into unforeseen dangers, blindly navigating a world that offered no quarter to the ignorant. So there you have it, 24 hours, a blink of an eye in our modern lives, but in the unforgiving crucible of the Stone Age, it would be an eternity of struggle, pain, and ultimately failure for most of us. From the moment you wake up, every single moment would be a desperate battle for survival against hunger, thirst, exposure, predators, injury, and the crushing weight of your own unpreparedness. It's a stark reminder of how far humanity has come and how utterly dependent we are on the vast, intricate web of knowledge, technology, and social structures that define our modern existence. So next time you complain about your commute or your boss or the price of groceries, take a moment to appreciate the incredible, fragile miracle that allows you to survive and thrive in a world that would have utterly consumed your ancestors in mere hours. Because, without all that, you simply wouldn't last.